side of Ghana are you actually from?
I'm from La Paz, Racecourse.
Oh, Abeka La Paz.
Racecourse, La Paz.
Why did you settle on USD?
Honestly, the fees. I was surprised. Like when I saw the requirements, SOP was not required, no recommendation, no GRE. But I had written GRE.
Did you pass that?
Ha ha ha.
So did you pass it?
I passed.
Are you sure?
I passed.
What score?
I cannot say, but I passed.
What did you resort to actually?
Loan, Empower. I went ahead to apply in Cote d'Ivoire. I was sleeping. My dad was praying. I knew that I had gotten my visa. My dad was like, "Are you sure you're the one who wants this visa?" The next day, I woke up. I wore a suit. I got my hair done. I was looking so fly. I can't even show you. I'm sorry, you're not eligible for a US visa.
My God.
I was like hot inside but cold outside.
Yeah, that feels like malaria.
All kinds of feelings.
So now you came back to Ghana, had to start all over the process.
When she gave me the visa, I don't know how to express my joy.
The two bags are brought.
No, it's true. It's true. Camera. Action.
What's up, my YouTube family? Many thanks for coming back. So this video actually promises to be a lot more of, fun, educative, informative video to you. I'm sure you're going to learn so much from this particular video that you are watching, because the story that we are going to share on this video is such a unique story. And so you don't want to skip any part of it at all, because you will learn so much. Trust me. But first of all, I want to introduce myself. So as all of you know, my name is McRay Sogah. I work with the Gallagher International Center. That is the international office of the University of South Dakota. That is where I work. So I have the chance to basically speak with lots of students from all over the world. Africa, Europe, here in America, and also Asia and many other parts of the world as well. So that is the opportunity I have to work with a lot of people. So as part of that, I had a chance to meet another student who is on set with me today. I'm sure most of you who have probably watched the vlog I just posted before this particular video you are watching right now, I'm sure you know her already, but I'm going to have her introduce herself, and then we'll dive into this beautiful conversation. So let's have you on. How are you doing today?
Hi.
Charlie, what's up?
Stop it.
Okay, so I want to have you introduce yourself, your name, which country you are from. Of course, you are an international student.
Yes, so.
and then what you were studying here at USD particularly.
Okay, my name is Louisa. I'm from Ghana, and I'm studying a master's in business analytics in the University of South Dakota.
Well, which side of Ghana are you actually from?
I'm from La Paz, Racecourse.
La Paz. Oh, Abeka La Paz.
Racecourse, La Paz.
Is that Abeka La Paz?
No, it's not.
Okay, so but how did we actually meet? How did we get in touch? How did you hear of me, or how did we connect actually? I want to hear that story.
That's really interesting. So I was late, right?
You mean late? As people need to understand when you say you are late. How are you late?
Late arrival. I got my appointment date or my interview date late. So when I realized I got my interview date really late, I wanted to call the school to let the school know that I was going to be late. So I called, right? And then our dear McRay
stop it.
you picked up, and I asked you what I was going to do, or what I had to do, because I knew that I was going to be
late. You're going to be late.
Because my interview date was on the 20th and school started on the 26th. And there was no way I was going to be here before the 26th. So I called, to make inquiries, to ask if there's anything I need, if there's anything I have to do. And then you picked up. And so you sounded like, I was like, is this guy Ghanaian?
What?
And
no,
listen,
I'm from Kenya.
You sounded really different. I was like, okay, is this guy? I asked you if you're Ghanaian, right? And you were like, yeah. And I was like, what's your name? And then you spelled your name.
Yes.
And I was like, I've never heard his name in Ghana before.
I mean, I'm from heaven, actually. So.
So like basically that's how we met.
Wow.
That's how I got to like the first time I spoke to you.
Yeah, I remember the time that I heard that story that you were actually going to get into the US so late. I was that one person that I was so scared because I'm like, I really don't want you to, because now you have the visa, and I don't want you to fly crossing all these seas or oceans, and then you get here and then they tell you at the point of entry that I'm sorry, we can see that you are so much late, so why didn't you defer, or maybe you have to go back home, because it was so bad, because you came after almost like 3 weeks or something after class start.
I came 2 weeks after.
2 weeks after?
Yeah, I came on the 6th of, I got here on the 7th of September, and class started on the 26th of August.
That's actually my birthday. Wow, that was, but I mean, it actually scared me a bit, but thankfully enough, we're able to do some stuff. I mean, we got you the
letter?
Yeah, the late arrival letter, and then everything worked out perfectly, and then here you are. Okay, that was just by the way, but now let's now go into the conversation. But how many schools did you actually apply to? I applied to 3 schools, 2 in Canada, and then just 1 in America. You wanted to go to Canada first? Yeah. Because of what? I have a relative there. Oh, okay. So it would have been easier for me, you know. Yeah, transitioning and all that. So which schools did you actually apply in Canada? I applied to Concordia University. Yeah. And I applied to Dalhousie University. Okay. I got into all the schools. Yeah. I got into USD too. And I picked USD. Okay, so why did you settle on USD? Because this is a Vermilion, a college town. Yeah. So why did you settle here? Honestly, the fees. How much was the fees for the Concordia University in Canada? It was so expensive, I don't remember. Really? Yeah. And I didn't get any form of funding. Yeah. So I'm like, let me weigh my options. Yeah. Let me weigh and also look at my pockets and see what I can afford. Yeah. And I picked USD. Wow. I heard about USD, and I like the fact that it's in Vermilion. Yeah. I'm easily distracted. Oh. Yes. I think I know that. So if when we went on this trip, I could tell. I could tell. Being here is actually good for me. So parents, if you want your ward to pay attention and focus and dedicate their time and effort into studying, bring them here. Yeah. Because there's not much to do. Yeah. Unless maybe campus, stuff on campus. Yeah. But things around, unless you go downtown. Yeah. It's not like the big cities where there's so much activities. Like New York City, Chicago, Texas, you know, and all those places. Exactly. Yeah. Here, you can have fun if you want to. It's good. It helps you. Yeah. But then it's a bit limited. Yeah. If school is not in session, or if campus, nothing is organized on campus here. So for me, I chose here because I like the fact that I could concentrate. Okay. And also the fees. The fees was good. Okay, so that's good. So moving away from that, how was the admission process for you? I mean, basically about the requirement, because you said you're studying business analytics, right? Yeah. How was, you basically going through the requirements and everything? What was actually required for that? Funny story. So I put in my application in December last year. Oh, okay. 2023. Yes. I was surprised. Like when I saw the requirements, I was surprised because like from what I saw, SOP was not required. That is statement of purpose? Yes. Wasn't required for your program? It wasn't required for my program. What about GRE? No recommendation, no GRE. But I had written GRE. And I was like, yes. Which year did you write that? Did you read that? I wasn't. I was shocked. Okay, I had to send an email to Matthew, right? And I asked Matthew because I was surprised. I'm like, Matthew, I have seen this on your website. Is it true that it is not required? He was like, yes, it's not required for people coming in this fall. Yeah. From people coming in this fall till I don't know. No. Something must be wrong somewhere. No, I think God is good. I need to call your departmental because God is good. Because I wrote that. Didn't you write statements of purpose? I didn't write SOP. I didn't write no recommendation. Nothing. So the only thing, even a single recommendation letter. Not even one. What I did was I just put in my certificate, my CV. Like resume, yeah? Resume, yeah.
and my transcripts from my university. So I like went to my university website and then sent an online transcript to the school, and that's all.
Hey.
That's all. I was really shocked. That's all. Like I sent an email to Matthew. I was asking, is this true? Like, and the fees were asked, is this true?
Because he was so surprised to get things like that.
Everything was so like, it was, it was really nice.
So you didn't submit SOP, no recommendation letters were required, and then what about English proficiency? Of course, you're coming in from Ghana, that is an English-speaking country, right? So you were actually exempted in that too. What about GRE too?
No GRE, but I had written GRE. Yes.
Which year did you write that?
I wrote that last year, I think August 9th. August 9th.
August 9th.
My GRE
so did you add it to your application?
I didn't.
Why?
Because it was not
required,
but it was recommended. Yeah. But it was not required. So I just.
Did you pass that?
Ha ha ha.
Did you pass it?
I passed.
Are you sure?
I passed.
What score?
I cannot say, but I passed.
Oh my God. Did you pass?
I passed. Please, I passed. I was above the pass mark. So I passed.
But anyways, let's come to it now. When your application came, your decision came, how long did it actually take?
2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks?
2 to 3 weeks, because it was during, they had a Christmas break.
Yeah,
we had a Christmas break. So because I applied in December, obviously Christmas breaks and stuff like that. So, and like, I applied 15th December.
Yeah.
And I got my response 26th. About 2 weeks after. So fast.
Wow, that's good, because right now I receive a lot of emails, basically requests from people asking me that, hey McRay, what's up? We've applied, like, even it's almost a month. But guys, I want you to really understand that there's some of these things, they are departmental based stuff, right? So sometimes, because she applied to the business department, maybe the people at the time she applied, the application from you guys, I mean, basically in the pool, it wasn't that busy enough. So they needed not to take so much time to process that. But if you're maybe going to other department, maybe like nursing department, they work with another department before they can be able to, review your application, and maybe computer science too and stuff like that. So some of the times it depends, basically, how many people are applying at a particular point in time and the people available to review that. So some of these things, they're basically, the dynamics are not like, just a static one. Sometimes it changes. And so I want you guys to have that in mind. So now, your decision, did it come with any cash or something, like sponsorship, maybe like job offer or whatever?
I wish it didn't.
Huh?
It didn't. I applied for GA-ship. I applied for GA, but I didn't get it.
You applied for the GA,
yes,
but you couldn't get it?
No, I didn't get it.
Oh. So how did you get to apply for the GA?
So initially, right, I went on the website. Everything is on the website, honestly. Every single information. If I just want clarity, I send an email to the school. Or I call. Most of the time, I'm just calling, because I know that I want to hear. If I want an answer to a question, I want to hear it, and I want to hear it as soon as possible. Yeah,
but sometimes it's just good to send the emails, and because at the time I was coming to USD, that thing happened to me. I wish that I had actually communicated via emails, because it came to a point I was trying to refer to something. They were like, but where is it? And I spoke to somebody else, but there was no record to show that. But Ghana, we are not used to sending emails like that. It's like, Charlie, stuff like that, but we don't do that. But here, it's like the system is very, very, very different. So you applied for the GA, but you couldn't get it.
Yeah, I went on the website. I went to the business school website.
Yeah.
And I was reading, and I saw that there's no scholarships available in USD for graduate students.
Yeah.
But there's GA available. So I went ahead, saw the application, put in the application, and I sent an email to my advisor and told her that I applied, and she was like, okay. I should just wait, and I'll hear from them in, I think, the summer. Yeah. But I didn't hear anything.
Wow.
So I just...
Don't worry, fingers crossed. We have things to work on, so fingers crossed. So now, this your story is actually unique, also because most of the people that I've had an interview with, they kind of had something before they came. So, people usually think that, the moment you have funding, you are good to go. Your visa process is going to go smooth. And sometimes too, it depends on how you tell your story. Because for me, I had no funding before I came to this school. Yeah. But basically how I was able to also tell the story, that was what that convinced the visa officer, right? But I'm so glad. I want to ask you the question. So what did you resort to actually?
Loan, Empower.
So you had loan from Empower?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Guys, now you have to pay attention to this. Empower.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's now get to the visa aspect. Okay. Because I know that you will talk about how you spoke about this whole loan thing, because you're the very first person I have on the set that ever had this experience. Oh. Yeah, because people, either you don't have anything at all, and maybe it's just family sponsorship, or you had a job before coming. So let's go into the visa thing, right? How was your journey basically? Where did you have your interview?
So I had 2 interviews.
Kadosh. I think it's getting interesting now. So what's up?
I had 2 interviews. After I had heard from the school in December, my I-20 took a while because I heard that there was something going on in the school, international, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So after my I-20 came, I checked the Ghana dates. And then the next available date was somewhere in 2025.
Hey, you're not even there yet.
Or like December 2024.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. And I went ahead to apply in Côte d'Ivoire, in Abidjan.
Oh, so you went to Ivory Coast?
Yes, I did.
For your first interview?
My first interview was in April in Ivory Coast, Abidjan.
For F1, right?
For F1,
F1,
yes.
Good.
So I went to my dad.
Oh,
my
for
dad,
moral support?
Yeah, and for the language. My dad speaks French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was very like for easier communication. So I went to Abidjan. Yeah. Stayed in a hotel.
How did you get to Abidjan, by the way?
I went by bus.
STC?
STC.
How much did you pay?
480 cedis.
Cedis? Yeah. Was that for in or in and out?
Just for in. For in is 480 cedis, out is 480 cedis.
Yeah, and that was it in 2020?
This year, 2024, April 2024.
So in and out, you spent like 1,000 Ghana cedis?
Yes.
For transportation?
Yes, roughly.
Is it the 2 of you or is it just one person?
Just one person.
So it's like 2,000?
2,000 for the 2 of us.
Charlie, who's it go? Oh, you have money.
Please. God is good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you got there.
Then we had to book a hotel.
You booked the hotel that day?
So we booked before we left.
Okay.
So we stayed there for 3 days.
How much was the hotel fee like? So?
Honestly, I cannot really remember. It was in Safer. I cannot really remember, but it was like it wasn't a very, very fancy hotel because I knew what I was going there for. Not for vacation. Okay. I meant business.
Okay.
So
now the business meant you. Did you feel it? Okay.
So I went to Abidjan. We lived there for 3 days. And my visa interview was on Monday. Okay. I went on Sunday. I went on
3 days, so probably went on Friday or Saturday or something. Because Friday, Saturday.
I forgot
one of the days, either Friday or Saturday. Yeah.
My visa interview was on Monday because I knew I was going for my visa. That was my mind. I had prayed. I'm like, God, thank you for my visa. I was going for my visa. So, and I heard that when your visa is approved in Abidjan, it takes like a few days, and then you get your passport. Yeah. So you don't have to like go to Ghana and come back to Abidjan. Yeah. So I went for my visa interview.
With your dad.
Very well.
With your dad. Before. I mean the eve night, or you know what I mean, right?
The night before I was sleeping. My dad was praying, and I was sleeping.
My God. He was praying.
He was
and
praying. And
then you were sleeping.
I was sleeping. I knew that I had gotten my visa.
Hey. So you went and slept.
I was sleeping. My dad was like, "Are you sure you're the one who wants this visa?"
For real?
Because I was sleeping, I was just like, I was chill. Charlie, bro, I was chill.
While men slept, and then he came to so sleep. For real?
Yeah, I was chill. The next day, I woke up. I wore a suit. Hey. I was so ready. Please.
You dressed official?
I dressed official.
Didn't you hear us tell you guys don't be dressing like that? You wore a suit.
I wore my suit. I did my makeup. I got my hair done, and I went for my visa interview. I was looking so fly. I can't even show you. can show you a video.
I
wasn't a wig. I wasn't sure I was in a wig. I wore my suit, looking fly, looking good, ready to get my US visa.
My God.
So I went in. You know, Abidjan is it's not so crowded.
Yeah.
Like, so many people are not there.
Exactly, like Ghana.
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 So I went in there. I was a bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I was nervous because people were being bounced. Yeah. Like you go to the consular window, and then she'll say, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're not eligible. I'm sorry, you're not eligible. I'm sorry, you're not eligible. And she was the only consular. So you cannot run to you cannot go anywhere else. You cannot run.
Was it a chubby lady or
She was not a chubby lady. She was a lady and she was in short hair.
Okay.
Short blonde hair. So I went to the window. She was smiling. She was so nice to me.
Wow.
So she asked me, where am I going? I'm like, I'm coming to
University of South Dakota
to study. She was like, okay. She asked me if my program is an MBA or an MSc. Okay. And I was like, it's an MSc. And
that's Master of Science.
Of Science, yes.
Yeah.
And she asked me what I did or what course I studied in undergrad, and I told her I did business administration. And
in which school, actually?
University of Ghana.
So you went to Legon?
Yeah, I went to Legon. And she was like, okay. And she asked me, what do I plan on using my degree for? Honestly, I don't even remember the answer.
So that's like your third or fourth question already, right?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. And I don't remember the answer I gave. I just told her I want to become a business analyst. Because what else am I using my degree for?
Oh my God.
I said I want to become a business analyst. That is why I'm coming here to study. Yeah. I mean, damn, I want to become, that's why I'm studying. Yeah. So she was like, okay. She was smiling. I was smiling too, and she was like, how am I going to fund my education? Yeah. I'm like, I have a loan from Empower. I had so many documents. I was like giving her my Empower documents and stuff. She was like, okay, thank you. I'm sorry you're not eligible for a US visa.
My God.
You won't believe how I felt. Yeah. I cannot even express, or I cannot like put into words.
You saw eclipse on the sun. My God, I can see it.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
But at this point, I'm not a visa officer, but I can actually tell.
I kind of knew why she didn't give me the visa.
Why do you think she didn't give you?
Because I gave a very vague answer. For when she asked me, what am I going to use my degree for? She needed like specific answer. Yeah. What do you want to use your degree for? Why are you? And I kind of feel like people think that when you go for an interview, right? The consular asks you one or two questions, and then they deny you, and you come out and say that I wasn't asking enough questions. But then they asked you a question. They asked you a question,
but you were not able to explain yourself.
Exactly, because they feel like the kind of questions they ask you, they expect you to express yourself and say more. So that's what I thought, and that's what I didn't do the first time.
Wow. You know, I'm not a visa officer, but over here, with the experiences that I've had, a couple of students I've spoken to, I can actually tell the reason why they deny you.
Why?
So, you see, when they ask you a question like, what do you plan to use your program for? It is a question, it is a home-tied question asked in a different way.
Okay.
So, you hear people saying that, okay, at the completion of my program of study here at the University of South Dakota, I intend to use my program of study back home to do this, and that. A lot of people, you hear them say that to pick up this role in this organization that I used to work and all that. And then maybe you were probably working in an NGO, or personally you saw a problem in your community, and then you knew that you needed this certification or this degree to help solve this problem. So it's like a home-tied question, right? But they just asked it in a different way. So that's how come when you say that I want to become a business analyst, okay, because if you want to do that, you can go to Canada and get that degree, or go to Kenya and get it.
The thing is, the plan was to say business analyst in Ghana. But in Ghana didn't come.
The Ghana became Anaconda.
So up to now, I don't know whether I said in Ghana or I didn't add in Ghana.
But even if you say in Ghana, it's like definitely Louisa. Oh
but I thought I prepared, but it always
your father was praying, but you were sleeping. Oh my God. Well. So eventually you got denied, and your dad was in the embassy with you, right?
My dad was in the embassy with me.
But outside, because I know where they stay.
You can't enter, so he was outside with me. So I came out, they give you a red sheet.
Gosh, my God.
Yes, I hid my red sheet because I didn't want everybody to know that I've been denied. So I came out, I was smiling as usual, and I just came out. After that time, I was feeling hot. I was like hot inside but cold outside.
Yeah.
I was like,
that feels like malaria.
All kinds of feelings. All kinds of feelings. So my dad came. My dad was like, and I was like, Daddy, let's talk in private.
So like we got up. Saying that thing, he got to know already, like Charlie.
He got up, went out, and went like to the back, and I told him that I didn't get it. He was like, oh. My dad was very encouraging, actually.
Wow.
He was like, don't worry.
God's time is the best.
Exactly. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry. And then we had a long trip
back home, right?
Back home. It was longer.
That's how I felt. Because when I was going there initially, I was like, this is quite short. But when I was returning, I was like, it's like they've doubled the road for me. So I even slept. When I wake up, it's just like 5 minutes, like sleeping or something. So I was like, wow. So they denied you in Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Fast forward. How did you now get the date in Ghana and stuff like that?
Honestly,
because it was obviously this year, because it was in April, right? April 2024.
Yeah, this year.
And you still came this year. So how did it go in Ghana?
I'll say it's by the grace of God. How I got the dates in Ghana was just by the grace of God. I got back, put 2 and 2 together with the grace of God, and I got a date in Ghana.
What was your first date you got?
12th April.
April?
Yes.
Like in which year?
Oh, you mean the first date?
No, I mean like in Ghana when you tried.
I didn't even attempt. When I saw that the date was like the next year or like the end of the year, I didn't even try.
Okay, but the second interview, when you wanted to try it now, what was your first date you got?
I got 20th August, just one date.
How lucky were you? Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
And you had to now fill your DS-160
again
and all that.
Go through all that process again. Pay again.
The MRV, right?
The MRV,
yeah. But how did you even pay your MRV in Ivory Coast?
So someone there paid for me in the GT Bank over there, and then sent me a copy of the receipt. Yes.
Wow, okay. So now you came back to Ghana, had to start all over the process. So you had to pay a new MRV. How much is that currently?
I think it's 185.
185? So almost $200. Hey, Charlie.
It's so much money. It's just.
But I mean, you have money. So.
Hallelujah.
So moving away from that, you started filling a new DS-160, and then now, that time again, did you go with your father?
I did. And my man.
Again, you are just tormenting this man's life. Wow.
I went with both my dad and my man.
What do you mean by your man?
Shout out to you, baby.
What do you mean by your man? You mean your lecturer or professor or your lawyer or what? Your man? As in what?
Let's continue. Let's continue.
See the way the production manager is laughing. So two of them.
Yeah, two of them.
Power pass power. Power pass power. This one is like, if this one fail, this one. Oh my God. Okay, so now, what time was the interview?
My interview was at 1. Was it, I think 1:30 or 1
p.m. right?
PM, yeah,
definitely not a.m.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my God. Okay.
Definitely not.
So what time did you leave home and what time did you get there?
It was at 1 p.m. No, it was at 12:45. Sorry, 12:45.
Okay.
So I left the house at. My dad forced me to leave the house at 10. I know.
Wow.
10 o'clock. But funny thing, when we got there, you had to. As at 11 or as at around 11 p.m. Yeah. They were calling people for 12:45 to start.
Oh, you mean 11 a.m.?
11 a.m. Sorry, that's a p.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. It's fine. 11 a.m. They were calling people for 12:45. You know, to start joining the queue and going in there.
Yeah. Okay, so now you had to join because Ghana, the queue, Charlie,
so long,
is of no joke. it's Ghana, the queue over there is just so long. So you got in, you submitted whatever you needed to submit, and then you now got into the embassy. I'm sure the tension was still heating you up. Because it's like, God, let this not repeat itself. Exactly.
It's not a very like good feeling.
Yeah.
If you've been denied before.
Yeah.
Going again, there's this feeling of fear. You know, you're kind of like afraid.
Yeah. People don't understand it because if they've never denied you before, like you wouldn't actually understand.
Yeah.
I always tell them that the first time I was denied for a visa, right? I took my phone. So Ghana, I usually say like there are some guru boys there that for you went with people, so you were able to leave your stuff with them.
Yeah.
I went alone. Because I knew I had backing. Kadosh.
Hallelujah.
So I went there, and then this is what happened. So the guru boys, they would take off. I mean, you basically give them all your stuff.
Okay.
So I gave them my phone. I think some other smart devices I had. I gave it to them, and then they gave me
a cheat?
Yeah, a cheat or something with a number labeled on it. So when I went in and then I came back, I think they know when, because they've been there for a while. So if they deny you, you know.
No.
So when I was coming out, then the security guys were there like, boss, something for the boys. I was like, come on from my face. I was just like, get up from my face. So when they had my phone, the Guru boys, right? They had my phone. So I got out and I started walking home. But tell me, my home was far. I started walking? I was walking. I started walking home. And I was like, Charlie, this work I can't do. Let me order Uber, right? Then I was like, where's my phone? Just say, I forgot that if they deny you, it's like the whole world is about to just collapse on you, like that kind of feeling. But yeah, so I went back and I think, I'm like, bro, this is your thing, give me my phone. And then he was like, oh, you have to pay us some money. I was like, So they took 20 cedis from me that time, and they gave me the stuff, so I ordered. I went back, I slept that whole morning because I didn't want to talk to anybody. No. Like, I didn't want to, it was that bad. So I actually understand. Yeah. But now, here you are again. What did you change something in your application anymore?
No, I didn't. Actually, the consular asked me the same question. Yeah. So when I went to the window, I was in a queue and I saw that all the consulates were just denying people.
Oh my God.
And you know, like it's scary. But I just had to keep my composure.
Yeah, Steve.
I had to keep my composure and just tell God, that God, please help me. Like that's all I could do.
Yeah.
So I went to the window. Everybody in front of me was denied. I got to the window. And then she was like, hi. And I'm like, oh, hello. And then she didn't even look at my face. She was just looking on her
computer, right?
Just looking on him.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then she was like, where am I going?
Again.
And I was like, I'm going to the US to study analytics in the University of South Dakota. She was like, okay. And then she asked me how I was going to fund my education. Yeah. And no, she said she sees that I have Empower. How am I going to pay for it?
Okay.
And I was like, oh, my dad is going to help me pay for it.
I mean, to pay the loan back.
To pay the loan back, while I'm in school. He's going to like help me pay for it while I'm in school. And she asked me, why is it that he's not going to help me pay the fees itself and he's helping me pay the loan off? And I'm like, you know, there's a reason why I took the loan. Like, I didn't tell her that though, but I told her that we couldn't like afford to pay everything all at once. That's why we took the loan. And she was like, okay. And then she asked me that, I see you went to Abidjan in April.
My God.
What changed? Or what have you done differently? And I told her that nothing has changed. My documents are still the same. I just feel like I wasn't given the opportunity to express myself.
But you knew they gave you. You knew they gave you.
I told her that I don't think I was given the opportunity to express myself in Abidjan. And she was like, okay, what do I think was asked that I was not able to express myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I was asked what I want to use my degree for, I don't think the consular understood.
You even wanted to blame the consular?
I told her I don't think the consular understood what I was trying to say, or I don't think I was able to put my point across properly. Yeah. And then she was like, okay, so what do you want to do after school? The same question. Trust me, I had prepared for this question.
My God.
Because I knew that this question was the cause of my downfall in Abidjan. I was like, no, let me prepare for this question. So I prepared for this question. And
my God.
The way I spoke.
Even heaven knew you spoke.
I spoke. I told her that I want to become a business analyst in Ghana because of the high demand in Ghana right now. And companies like telecommunication companies, banks, and stuff like that are looking for business analysts. And me being a woman too,
be of help.
Would be of help because it's kind of like male dominated in Ghana. So me being like a woman is going to like really help.
If let me approve your visa. I think this answer is good.
Thank you.
The visa is approved. Oh wow.
Yeah, I told her that it's going to it's going to really help and stuff like. I said more than I'm saying right now.
Wow.
And she was like, okay. And she asked me one question, kind of like forgotten, but she asked me a particular question. She also asked me if I have any relative.
In the US or abroad?
Abroad, yes. Yeah. And I told her, yes, I have a brother in Canada. Yeah. And then she was like, okay, what is he doing there?
So went to family. He went to
family. She asked me, what is he doing there? And I'm like, oh, he's schooling, but he's done, so he's coming back to Ghana.
This one is like you knew.
I said that he's done. He's coming back to Ghana to come and work. And I mentioned the company.
Oh my God.
I mentioned the company where he had gotten.
A job or something.
Well, he's coming back to Ghana. He's going back to Ghana to go and work in that company I mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's what I told her.
And then she was like.
She just told me that, see. And I feel like she just said I was talking too much. Like, she didn't say it, but she kind of like shown that, bro, you are talking too much. Just take a visa
and go.
Yeah. When she gave me the visa, I don't know how to express my joy.
That's right. The temperature changed for you.
It changed. Everything became so nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your approval.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We have another interesting part that she's just going to talk about before we just wrap it up. But guys, if this is actually your first time of just joining or watching this particular video, please hit that subscribe button so that when we post any other educative, any other new, informative and fun video, you are able to get notified about it. It's a culture for everybody. It's a culture. But then again, all those that have subscribed already, I want to say thank you. Akpenami, Asante, thank you, everybody. I had to speak the language of my producer today. So thank you guys. But if you have any question to maybe some of the things that the submissions that Louisa actually made, please put it up in the comment section. All right, I'm going to just collaborate with Louisa as usual. I do that with all the guests that I have to help answer some of your questions. All right, so just put it up in the comment section and then we'll try to have her answer all that for you. Okay, thank you so much. So now let's get to the other part. You've been approved. What constituted your late arrival here in the US? What actually happened? Because Ghana, I think it will usually take like 2 or 3 days for you to just get your passport, which can help you to start planning as soon as you can. What happened?
So when I got my visa approved
at the embassy,
I got a sheet of paper, and it said that you would receive an email in 5 to 10 working
business days.
Yes. For you to go to DHL for your passport. Yes. So around that time was when I think they were trying to change things in the embassy.
Okay.
So I think they were now a new website was going to come and the whole process was going to change. So it was just delaying.
But did that process affect you?
No, it didn't affect me.
Okay, no, you just went by the usual one.
Exactly.
Right?
I got my dates before the those
change.
Things happened.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I waited 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. I wasn't getting any feedback or nothing. I'm like, what's going on? And 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, I'm like,
no way, what's happening?
Devil, you're a liar.
Oh my God.
You were a big liar. So my auntie came to my house one time and she was like, let's just go to the DHL and go and see what's going on. Maybe it's a general issue, maybe it's just not you. So I was like, okay. So went to DHL and I went inside there and I told the lady that I haven't received any email or anything to come from my visa, my passport, what's going on. And she asked me what my name was and I told her. She typed my name and then she asked me what's my email address, and I told her. She was like, that's not my email address. And I was like, are you the one telling me that's not my email address? Because that's my email address. She was like, sorry, but it looks like your passport came in on the 22nd. That was 2 days after my interview.
So that's the correct thing.
That's
right?
the correct thing. But they sent the email to a wrong email.
We come against any familiar spirit. My God.
So they sent it to a wrong email, and I'm like I didn't know how. Honestly, I didn't even know how to feel about everything. And I told her that it was sent to a wrong email. That's not the email I put on my DS-160. I don't know whether they take the email from the DS-160 or they put
it's
in their
actually
own
from
email.
the US Embassy, because whilst you're creating the application, you put in your email address over there. So
but
so
I
that's
was
what
receiving all the emails. I think they put in the wrong email address when they were sending me. So a wrong email address. I'm like, wow, okay. So that was like the 9th day. And then I just went in there, and then she told me to sign, and I signed, and she just gave me my passport. And honestly, the joy I had practiced, right?
disappeared.
Disappeared. Because I'm like, I was shocked. I was like, what? Wow. So she gave it to me. I didn't want it to be a big deal. I didn't want to make a scene or anything. So I just took my passport.
And then you left.
And I left. Wow. I had already booked my flight.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But what date was that when you got the passport? Do you remember the date?
It was a few days before my flight.
Few days?
Yes. Like I'll say like 4 days.
Okay.
Before my flight.
Just before your flight.
Yeah.
What flight did you actually use, by the way?
I used Air France.
Air France. So you went to Paris?
I went to Paris.
Paris to Minnesota. Minneapolis.
Yeah, and then Minneapolis to Sioux Falls, and then Sioux Falls to here.
Yeah, but I heard you transition in Minneapolis like how many hours?
9 hours.
What's wrong?
9.
What happened?
9 hours.
Why?
It was like, oh God. I was sitting in the airport for 9 hours. You cannot sleep because you.
Why can't you sleep? Sleep 9 hours.
You cannot miss your flight. What if I sleep and oversleep?
So now you see, go to your gate. Look for your new gate.
Honestly, funny thing, my gate changed last minute. I think 10 minutes to the flight. My gate changed.
Was it Delta?
Delta, yes.
Okay,
Delta
I've ever experienced that. I was going to Ghana some time back, and then I ran to my gate because I was almost missing my flight. Before I realized, I actually bypassed the one they changed to. Yeah, and like 31. That's the new one. But I ran to 37 because that was the initial one. It was so bad for me, but I mean, I kind of know that idea about Delta though.
Yeah.
But you booked it yourself?
I booked it myself. I did everything myself. I did everything myself, yeah.
Wow, you were not, you had the ability, you knew that you had the ability to do it yourself.
Yeah, you can do it yourself, honestly. You can do all of this yourself.
Wow.
You can do all of this yourself.
Well, congratulations in all that. And I'm sure that after you got your visa, now your dad and your man, your man, he was there, and then they saw you coming out from the embassy, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, so much excitement.
And now they knew that Chade Akano, she got it.
She got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Did you do some show for them? You didn't buy anything.
We'll talk about that.
Now people will come and ask in the comment section, you want to hear what she did with the guy?
We'll talk about that in private.
Okay. Anyway, so now here you are arrived, 2 weeks after the start of class, because that was on the 26th that we started. As I said earlier, I was a bit scared when I got to know that another Ghanaian is coming, and actually late, but thankfully enough, everything worked pretty much well for you. So here you are right now. How old are you right now in the US?
A month and 3 weeks.
Oh, that's almost 2 months,
that's
right?
Almost 2 months, yeah.
Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it. It's actually really nice here. Settling in was not really difficult because of you guys.
Oh.
Honestly, these guys are amazing. The community here is amazing. I didn't expect to meet so many Ghanaians.
Yeah.
But everybody here has been so nice. Just both Ghanaians, everyone around. Other people from other countries are so nice. The people here that I've met, super nice. My roommates.
Shout outs to Abby.
Shout outs to you, girl.
Wow, so you've not had any difficulty.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm so glad. It's the best place to come, honestly. You feel like so at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You'll be fine.
Well, once again, congratulations to you. I'm sure that this video, a lot of people are going to watch and learn from it, because your experience in Ivory Coast was something else.
Yeah.
And now you came back to Ghana. It's like now you've been in the battle before.
Yeah.
So you now know what you are going for. But that was a good one. Now you have your visa. Here you are. We just hope that everything goes on well with you.
Definitely.
And whatever it is, now you have people that you can ask. There's Josiah there, there's Jojo there, there's Sheila is there. Me, I'm not there like that.
There's McRay.
That you can ask. But yeah, thank you so much for coming to
Thank you so much for having me.
It's not me, but I mean, you joining the community, it's so much fun, because even the recent video that we had at the vlog, the vlog at the Rapid City, oh man, it was good.
It's good. Yeah.
Shout outs to everybody who went on that trip with us. So guys, so once again, I want to say thank you so much for watching. This is Louisa. She's pursuing business analytics here at the University of South Dakota. That is a school of business, right? Yeah. They have a wonderful building. They call it the Beacom, right? School of Business. Yeah. So it's a very good place. So guys, if you want to come, whatever your questions are, please just let us know, and then we will try to be helping you. Once again, hit that subscribe button if this is your first time. I want to say thank you so much for watching. We have more video coming up for you. Thank you so much. Make sure you watch, share, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell them to subscribe before you leave.
Subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe. And thank you so much for coming. You make this possible, and we're so happy to have you.
Oh,
thank you.
It's like your conclusion is nicer than mine. I know.
Obviously.
But guys, thank you so much. We'll see you in another video, okay? All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.